Actually, I had lunch with my parents today, and
there we go.
They were like, "Hey, do you guys want 2 kayaks?" I was like, yeah. But the only problem is we have no place to store them. So
you got a garage, don't you?
Yeah, that we have to use. So it fits my truck, and then the trash cans. And
you don't have like any overhang?
Nah, it's a pretty short, like low ceiling for a garage. You'd think it'd be like pretty big, but it's like maybe a foot higher than my truck. So I know, because my parents have they have like a pulley system in their garage, but it's vaulted, so they can do that. I wish we could.
What's up, Tony? What's up, Michael? How are you guys? Turn that on. Storm out on the back deck.
That's also what my mom suggested. And I was like, yeah, but what about in the winter?
Put a tarp over them.
No.
I forgot what I was doing. No. FS22 tag. Sorry, guys. I'm getting this also. I'm my brain's a bit scattered right now. I was having some delicious banana pudding ice cream. Save. Okay, that's all good to go now. All right. All right. Oh, I still forgot. Pride Kayaks. No, that's not what I was thinking.
So we're just kind of like hanging out till everything grows, right?
Yeah, I think we could probably sleep to
maybe not like too long, because I don't know when. I gotta check on the grapes at some point. They're kind of on a slightly different schedule.
No, we just do it a day at a time.
Yep.
Until we find something to do.
Yeah, that works. I think I have to
Tribe, not
mow
pride.
it one more time before, because I've already done it once. So I got to do it one more time at some point.
There you go. That's the one that he. It was. I think it's almost exactly the same one that he had out there today. Oh, sheesh.
Yeah, that's like essentially what my parents are trying to. Like, asked if I want. It doesn't have the back to it, so it's just like truly like just an open kayak. But doesn't have the. I'm sure if I wanted to, you could probably get that backrest. But they got it because they had. They got 2 of them because they wanted to take their boat out to like a certain area and then like drop anchor and then go kayak around and stuff. So they did that once.
So
$700 still. That's a lot.
Yeah,
you can get those for cheaper. You can get those for a lot cheaper. You can get them for like,
Fuck.
I think you can get them for like $300 at like
What's
BJ's or
Phone
Costco.
area. Damn. Two stores we don't have around here. I said 2 stores we don't have around here. Oh, you can jump through the window? Okay. It just straight jumped out of the 2nd floor window in the house.
Okay.
I learned something new today.
And through the roof, apparently.
Yeah. Just right out the side. The brand's been there. What? I took so long to download stuff on my computer. Being cheap hurts. I upgrade to NVMe SSD. I don't think SSD has anything to do with your downloading. Who's not sleeping?
Oh,
What's up,
that's
Chad?
me.
What's up, Jesse? How are
Sorry,
you?
I was out of tabbed out.
Oh, okay.
I was looking. There's a game that came out last week called Ships at Sea.
Is that like the ship simulator I keep seeing ads for?
I don't know. I just know it's multiplayer.
Oh, it is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. That's, yeah. It's mixed reviews, though.
Yeah, I know. Something's going on with my game here.
Yeah, this is the one I keep seeing ads for on Facebook. And that wish list. It did the right speed. Oh, the right speed. Okay.
I was waiting for you to join, so I was watching just someone online playing it, so I was just looking at it.
Everything's still green, so I guess we can go again.
I don't think it worked for. I don't know. No bueno for me. I have to leave and come back.
What do you mean?
So where the menu would be for like the sleep request thing, it's all like blurred out. It's like a.
So Zach, how are
I
you?
can't move.
Oh, he broke it.
I broke it. So just don't sleep too many times.
Oh, we're still in the green. We got one more time.
Oh, does it show up for you?
What?
See, that doesn't show. Oh, what? How does yours show that? Mine doesn't show anything for like the status of that field. It's
Are
like
you in
dark
the
green
right
for you.
filter?
Yep, for growth.
Yeah. Do you have growing checked?
I don't even know what that means.
When you click on, you can click on each one of these and turn them off. So like I just turn growing off and it shows nothing, but if I turn it back on, it'll show the colors.
No, because it shows for the rest of the field. For like all the other. It just doesn't show it for
That's weird.
the grapes for me.
Hey Phoenix, do you think Dallas or Boston for the NBA championship?
So maybe because you planted them? That'd be my guess.
The grapes. Oh, when
Did
I initially placed them? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't watch NBA, so I couldn't tell you. But I'll say Dallas because Dirk Nowitzki was, isn't that how it's pronounced, was on Dallas Mavericks. And I always liked Dirk because he was in that movie Like Mike with Little Bow Wow. And he was like, "Hey, can you something for my niece?" And Little Bow was like, "Sure, Dirk. What's her name?" And he goes, Dirk." And I was like, "I like that guy." So I say Dallas. Plus, I hate Boston because then we'll never hear.
Yeah,
the
it
end
looks
of
pretty
this guy.
decent.
That's a problem. A lot of them ship simulators do look good, and then when you get them, they kind of suck. Like all the fishing, like the commercial fishing games we've played, or at least I've played. Like,
Yeah, I didn't play any of them because you said they were garbage. Although no, I did do the Deadliest Catch one very.
Which one
briefly.
though? The first one or the
I think the first one,
the Discovery Games one.
the Discovery one.
Okay, that wasn't the first one. The first one was like way back before like Discovery Games became a thing, and it was like more of your simulation, and I like that one a lot more. The one that Discovery Games came out with, they tried to be like I don't know, like
It's the equivalent of Gold Rush.
well, no, because they put a ton of mini games in it and stuff. Like you
Yeah,
you
cutting the fish and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I don't need that. I don't want that.
The original one though was really really good because you could plot your course and drop your you could drop a full string, whereas I think you had like a max of 10 in the Discovery Games one. This one you could drop like 25 if you want to go somewhere else. Drop 5 more, and then you could like fish multiple areas and go back and forth and fill your boat, and then it was like a full simulation of crab fishing, and that was to me a lot better than anything that came out after that.
Yeah, so this one says like Mist Games, the developers behind the highly popular single-player commercial fishing franchises Fishing, Barents Sea, and Fishing North Atlantic, return with a brand new title, Ships at Sea. I've never heard of that.
The Fishing Barents Sea and all that? I've
Barents
heard of
Sea?
those.
Not the Bering Sea. This is
Yeah.
Barents Sea.
Yeah, that
It's
one.
like
I've heard of it.
North Atlantic. Fishing, Barents Sea. Mostly positive. Oh, you have the game.
Yeah, I got
So maybe
both
that's the
of
one you're talking about.
them.
And Fishing North Atlantic, yeah. You've got that too.
Yeah, I got both of them.
So
I would say the
from
North Atlantic one was a little bit better.
All right, well, that was
Because
Yeah,
you could
'cause-
actually like drop like you were doing the sword fishing.
Mhm.
Like you actually had to operate like the I don't know what they were called, but it was a little bit more interesting to me than the Barents Sea one. I can say that much.
Yeah. Well, the Barents Sea one was first, and then
Oh, you can do king crabs in the Barents Sea one though.
the Fishing North Atlantic. So Barents Sea came out in 2018. Fishing North Atlantic came out in 2020. And if you like both of those, it's 2024. Oh, no, it's on my wish list, right? I don't know. I might have to give this a try. Because if you can do that multiplayer, I think it'd be like, how immersive is the multiplayer? Like, can you be in the same fishing group? So, like, if you laid down lines, could I go pick them up?
Yeah, can you go pick them up?
Right. Or is it just like we're just doing our own thing, but in the same map? Because if that's the case, you never encounter
You can work
each
in
other.
the same boat. That'd be.
Oh, I wonder if you can. I'm going to look this up. Because, I mean, This could be legit. Oh, okay.
That's good to hear, Chad. Whew, my stomach.
Because like someone's got to have multiplayer. Oh, we got blueberries. I mean, blueberries. We've got grapes.
You're wrong.
My God. Yeah. And it doesn't need mowing.
Show enough do.
Okay. Well, I suppose.
Excuse me. Oh, I forgot. What?
It's about time.
They're doing pretty good. Oh, they reproduced. Very nice. Oh, they don't have any food.
How are the grape prices? We should time it out better.
I mean, we could always store them.
True.
But we've been dumping them all into the factory and making wine and grape juice. Oh, I fill these guys up with food. I gotta figure out how to fill water into that much. Dang, yeah, they went through that food quick.
And we're using that. I gotta get one of those. Gotta get me one of those.
Gotta get you some, gotta get you some, gotta get you some.
We're using the roll-off thing, right?
Oh, I removed them because you weren't using them. You've
right.
been using the grape trailers.
Right. Gotta get me that then. Hang on.
Tony, have you figured out how to get water in these things yet? Might need a smaller trailer. It's not inside. Where's it at then? That's for milk. That's for poop, right? I don't see any other than right here and right here. This is on the back half, which will suck because I kind of blocked it in. No, there's nothing back here. Because there's two drop there. Guess we kind of need some straw too, don't we? And there's two drop back here. This has a pickup, which I'm going to guess is for poop. And then over here is for milk. So I can try a smaller trailer, see what happens. Ooh, gotta get you some, gotta get you some, gotta get you some. Ooh, gotta get you some money. Let's get the little one, and we'll fill it up off the trailer. Have you seen the TikTok where the guy has the old Chevy van with like the back seat folded down to a bed and everything? And he's like, I'm not saying I'm here to bang Granny, but if I show up in this, you better keep her in the bingo hall. Is all I'm saying.
Okay. Oh my god. No, I have not seen that. I don't think I want to.
Oh god. Holy shit. I'm pretty good. I'm stuffed. I got a belly full of banana pudding ice cream. Skirt. Oh my god. Whip the trailer back in full. Whip the trailer back in full. Oh yeah. Alright, we'll see. God damn, Tony. Out there. Don't seem like here either. Alright, let's... Just for shiz and gigs, I'll back up to this. I'm sorry. Are those train horns? Did I get the train horns on this? Is that this one? No? Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen any at that spot either. Alright, let's see if I can find FS22 large cow barn. Cow barn XL. Alright, let's see. Oh. Mods. Cow barn. Do I sound any different than anybody watching, by the way? Like, do I sound like, does my audio sound clear? Oh. They have records for pickups now? Dashboard live? What's this? Ooh, gotta get you some, gotta get you some, gotta get you some. Ooh, gotta get you some. Did I not click search? Monster truck. That is totally the Gravedigger. Sounds good. Like, does it sound... I mean, does it sound different than before? It's what I'm curious about. I talked about my video. It was kind of like saying goodbye to a friend. When I unhooked my blue snowball, because I've literally recorded every single video with the blue snowball. Oh, that's so dope. Yep, we'll download that. Ooh, gotta get you some, gotta get you some, gotta get you some. Ooh, gotta get you some money. How's that work? Check it out. Oh, that looks cool. Why does it say it's for all consoles if it's not on mod up? I think this guy's a little incorrect. It says for all. Yeah, it's called Cow. Okay, because I combined Cow Barn. Whoops. Yes, it's for all platforms. All right. Where does he? He does not show. Oh, okay, he does. He didn't show where to put water in. He just shows where to drop the food and where you pick stuff up at. So do you not need water for this? Hold on. Automatic water supply. So I'm confused. It says there's no water in it. JT. So it says there's no water, but it's supposed to be automatic water supply. Unless it it's gonna read 0 because okay, well we'll empty this and go sell it. Sitting on the toilet. Okay. Alright. Dropping
that
off
dirty bastard.
Dropping off a few more Brandons. Sitting on the poop. Why we can't have nice things. Oh, had to go to the DMV yesterday.
That sucks.
And I had to use the bathroom. All right. Now keep in mind,
did you really have to? I mean,
Yeah,
you
I
and I
did.
are the same when it comes to that.
No, I had to pee really bad. It wasn't.
Oh, okay.
It was
All
number
right.
one and number two. So I went in and there's no urinals. It's just all stalls. So I just went into the first stall, and as I'm sitting there, I realized there's someone in the second stall, and then the wave of just rancid ass hit me, and I was like, like I'm pretty potent. I have made both my kid and wife gag on the bottom floor as I'm on the second floor taking a dump. All right, but this was by far 10 times worse than even the
chemical warfare.
Yeah, like made my eyes water, and I didn't even go back and said, I just went straight outside because I had to get fresh air after that. Like there was no way at all. I was like, whoa. I almost wanted to ask him what in the hell he ate, because clearly something died inside of him.
Right, or like maybe he needs to like get checked out for something.
Yeah.
Intestinal.
Yeah, I should have told the officers sitting there like, yo, someone's dead in the bathroom.
Right.
Something died inside of him. You might want to call the ambulance.
Yeah. I thought, like, I don't understand how, like, in that, I mean, it goes back to, I think, like, our shared mutual, like, home bowl.
Yeah, home bowl is where it's at.
Situation. It's just like, these people, like, I was, like, taking a leak at work a few weeks ago, and this guy walks in, goes into the stall, and, like, literally, from the time, like, I had just started the stream, and this guy came in, sits down, and just like unleashes. It's just like, it's loud. It is
I don't know.
Like, super smelly, and it's just, it sounded like it was not pleasant. It wasn't a pleasant experience for him or myself. And it's just like, but he knew that I was in there. It just does not care.
Yeah, I don't even
just unleash hell. And it's just like, how do you have that mindset of just like, well, you know, it is what it is, and then
I'm in public, deal with it. What?
Right. But it's like, what about? I mean, I didn't know the guy, but like, I don't know. Like,
what if your boss is in there? Like,
right? Yeah. Look, what if my boss is in there taking a leak, and I could just come in there, and I'm just like, oh,
what's up, Dan?
I gotta take a dump, and just like blow my anus out. And it's like, there's no chance that that guy is not going to remember that. Here I am, weeks later, talking about it.
Just walk in, like, hand out.
I remember.
Clothespins.
I wonder if it's just like the same people that are doing that are the same people that, like, if that happened on their end, they'd just be like, yeah, it's just some guy taking a dump, whatever.
You get in there, brother? You need help?
Right. You're just like, yeah, that sounded like a doozy. You okay? You sweating?
Oh, I bet that's gonna hurt.
Yep. Sounds like that one's gonna give you a hemorrhoid. You're straining there for quite some time.
I don't understand how people just, like, even if the rare occasion I have to when I'm out, I'm like, don't be loud, don't be loud, don't be loud.
No, like, even in public, like, I will wait until there's nobody in the bathroom to just, like, no matter how bad I have to go, like, I will clench everything in my system until whoever's in there leaves. Because, like, I'm not going to be that guy. I won't.
To be fair, he didn't bust ass while I was in there, but the stench was already just like...
Yeah, but then in my
beyond.
mind, there's, you know, like a courtesy flush, you know?
Hey man, you might want to...
Or you let that
come back in like 30 minutes.
Because if it spread to the entirety of the room, like, he probably hadn't been in there that long. Like, he was sitting on it. Like, he did all his business very quickly. He was just sitting on it, probably on his phone. just letting the air get all of that
Or he just went
smell. It's just like
completely still when
you just did all your business and just immediately after a courtesy flush. Like that's what I do. I'm in a public restroom. Just like, I don't want to be judged on my BS.
No, see, I can't because then splashback. Like I don't want to be splashed with like water that someone else has pissed and shit in because you just never know. So if I'm out in public, I'm dumping and it's staying until I get up and like have the door ajar so I can just like make a quick exit.
Right, but there's no dilly-dallying. Like,
what's up, Terry? How you doing, man?
I'm saying, if there's no dilly-dallying, like, you're not going to have, like, several waves over the course of, like, 15 minutes. Like, usually, if you have to go that badly to the point that you're going in a public bathroom, like, it's bad enough where it's going to be, like, hot and fast.
Tyler Rocks, how are you? Oh, yeah, exactly.
So, like, you're not going to sit there and just be like, let me go and
go.
Right, and then you're not going to sit there and just be like, oh, what's new on TikTok after that? Like, no. But I'm saying some people do. They're just like treat it like they're in their home. Like if I'm at home, like I'll still be finished in like the first minute, but like I'll sit there on my phone for like 10 minutes. Why not?
Could catch up on the latest TikToks.
Yeah, exactly.
You haven't even seen the bang and the granny in the back of the van.
Just like, let me spill this out and then get out of here as quickly as possible, so no one knows that.
No, I haven't fooled around with mods this week. I've always used Mediafire, so I'm a bit, I don't know what else to use at this point. I guess I could
you have to go to the DMV for?
Well, I had to take care of something. So I went, and I was like, I got pissed. Like, I can't hold it. Didn't help that I, like, chugged, like, so we got, they were on sale, the Prime hydration packets.
Ooh.
And I was like, I'll try it because I don't like the Prime like the sports drinks are actually pretty good. Like got a lot of flavor. And I hate Logan Paul.
For you.
How are they terrible for you?
Dude, they have like 3 times the amount of caffeine as like coffee.
Oh, caffeine? Oh, I only drink one a day, if that. I don't have multiple ones.
It's like remember back in the day they used to have like the big ass like 32-ounce can of Monster.
Yeah.
It's like it's the equivalent of like drinking one of those a day.
Okay.
Yeah,
people
it's
like
not good. It's not good for you.
But I don't drink them every day. Like and when I say one a day, I mean like if I have one, it's one a day.
Yeah.
Because they're kind of expensive. But I got the packs that were like on clearance, so I was like, I'll try it.
Yeah.
And I downed that shit.
It's funny, like the mix-in packets, like I absolutely crush those. But if it were there, like as a pour-in beverage, like I'm not drinking it nearly as much. So like, I used to be on the Arnold Palmer, like the half and half, and like the powder ones, like the individual tube things that you can just throw into like a 20-ounce bottle of water or something like that. I like crush those. But if you got me the gallon jug of it, it'd probably last me probably a couple weeks. Something about having like just the mix-in powder.
I don't know. I don't know why. I feel like I can drink straight up water, but when those prime hydration packets, oh my god! Like,
So does it have a flavor?
Yeah, it's lemonade.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. I mean, I'm the same way. Like, I have this stuff that's like 0 calories and
the brand there,
0 sugar stuff that like I used when I was on my super hardcore diet, but I actually like grew to very much enjoy the taste. So like I'm not on the diet, and I still buy it constantly, and that's my main beverage. And like when I was younger, like I used to drink straight up water, but like now, no.
Dude, no. That's what I miss most about it. If I was still living at home, I'm pretty sure I'd be drinking water.
Yeah,
like, just straight up every single day because we had well water at home, and it was so much better.
Yep, same. Well water is delightful, and like it's like naturally filtered. It's like not a whole lot of additives to it and stuff. Like there wasn't going to be anything wrong with it. I used to drink straight tap water, and then as soon as I moved like into the city and then out into this part of the state, it's like everyone has like water filtration plants, and it's like, what the F is this stuff? So then I have to go to like filtered water. And so like we have a filter on our fridge, and like I don't really trust that, but if you add some flavor to it, I trust it.
Trying to fish for building a lawnmower? Have fun with that. Yeah, I gotta agree with GT. I'm a kind of a sweet tea guy. Like my wife makes sweet tea, like brews it, and makes it homemade. And that's what I drink mostly throughout the day. That water, and then I'll have soda with dinner.
See, I don't drink soda anymore, but when I did, JT's got it right. Like the cherry Coke.
Yeah.
Oh man, cherry Coke and vanilla Coke was
They made it. They combined it. Cherry vanilla Coke.
That, and that was very good.
Yeah,
that was
and then
awesome.
You can only get it at Redner's now. Like they don't have it anywhere else.
Or if you go to Wawa, they have that
freestyle machine.
Yeah.
Five Guys has it, and then Wendy's has it. McDonald's had it for a while, and then they removed all the Coke machine or all the machines out in the lobby.
It's behind the. Yeah, it's down. It's behind the counter now.
Okay, so they did that because they said they save money on refills, but you can go up and just say, "Can I get a refill?" and then they have to get you a whole new cup. So where are they saving money at? Because now they're
like wasteful stuff. Because because the people that like regularly go to McDonald's could be like fill up a Coke and then like an entire thing of Coke and just be like, "Nah, I want root beer," and then just dump it out.
I did. We went to Taco Bell the other day,
right?
And my kid did not want to go with us for some reason. So we're like, she was like, "Can you just bring me something home?" And I'm like, "No, if you're not gonna go with us, we're not bringing you something home. We brought her something home." So her meal
to give her Baja Blast. Too.
Well, no. She straight up. She's sweet tea. She don't drink soda. So I guess that's one good thing it rubbed off on on her.
Yeah, good for her. Good for her.
So she went sweet tea. Well, my meal came with a medium. Her meal came with a large. So I had my medium cup full of Starry. All right, and I'm sitting there. I was like, wait a minute. I dumped my cup in the large and then put her sweet tea in my medium cup and filled my cup with Starry. And I was like, no, she didn't come with us. She's not getting the large drink. I am.
Oh, Steve.
How can you not like Dr. Pepper?
Dude, that hands down my favorite soda. And
dude, they have coconut cream Dr. Pepper now?
No. Don't change Dr. Pepper. It is Dr. Pepper. That's all it needs to be.
But
it's the best one.
Yeah, they still have regular Dr. Pepper. They have coconut cream Dr. Pepper, and the cream soda in Dr. Pepper is amazing as well.
No, just keep it how it is. Just regular Dr. Pepper alone is, in my opinion, aside from like a good root beer, it's got to be the best soda. And if you mix, not like physically mix, not physically mix, but like a combo of Dr. Pepper and then Cheetos Puffs. Oh yeah. That got me through 2 surgeries that I had when I was just like laid up on the couch for weeks playing video games. It was Dr. Pepper and Cheetos. That was like my comfort food.
That sounds like Cheetos.
Sounds like an awesome. Sounds like an awesome recovery.
Yeah, no, I'm not disagreeing with that.
Yeah, but that was like I played. So when I had surgery on my shoulder, and it was Dr. Pepper, Cheetos Puffs, and I was playing Mafia on Xbox when it first came out. Loving life. Didn't have to go to school.
Funny Boy has something against cheese puffs.
What? No, don't get the hard Cheetos. Get out of here with that.
No,
I mean,
the best.
No. I guess I will say
balls in the big ass barrel.
Yeah. And you can get those at like CVS or Walgreens now. And it's like, yeah, you can't get them at the certain grocery stores that we go to.
Walmart
once in a while, I'll surprise my wife. I'll come back with the 2-gallon jug of cheese balls. Like that shit's gone in a day.
Mm.
So good.
Yeah,
it's got to be. It has to be my favorite.
Just like
pop, because there's so many things you can do with them too. Like, you can
have an addiction
just
to
eat
Kraft
them
mac and
as
cheese with maple,
like as they are fresh, or you can let them get a little soggy.
Steve put
With Steve
Kraft
said.
mac and cheese with maple syrup on top.
You sound like Buddy the Elf.
That's what he did. He said, "Okay, one of my 5th grade students had an addiction to Kraft mac and cheese with maple syrup on top." It's
all right, I just saw that.
Reminds me of Elf.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, no.
Like 2 things that don't belong together. It's like cheese and maple syrup.
Call me weird, but I can't stand the maple flavored sausage either. I don't want sweet with my sausage.
What about for bacon?
No.
No maple bacon?
Nope.
I agree with sausage. Bacon, because it's already salty, it pairs well with the maple syrup because the syrup's sweet.
I heard everybody like how amazing candied bacon is, and I was like, yeah.
No.
I want
chocolate covered bacon.
Shut up. Ew, no.
Oh, it is so good. Because you need that like salty, sweet. Mix, but like not candied. So if you do like, have you ever had like chocolate covered potato chips?
No.
It's also very good.
Sure. You know what I do miss though? Do you remember when they used to have like the chocolate in shape of like Pringles? Can't remember what they're called.
Oh yeah,
They had like the Reese's and then the Almond Joy and stuff like those were good.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I'm not a fan of like
No, I don't need like
I
sweet
want something salty. I don't want it sugary.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Like depending on sausage only. Yeah, okay, yeah, you got
what you're doing for.
You're right there.
Like what you're doing for meat. Like,
say what?
Depends on what you're doing for meat. Like you don't want it to be. Like I don't like sweet glazes and stuff on meat.
Oh hell no! I don't like the sweet glazed
I like
ham and all that.
I like spice.
Yeah.
Gotta have some spice on that.
I don't even like sweet, like barbecue sauce. Give me. Like,
no,
I like.
I like Nashville
sauces.
hot. Nashville hot all day. I don't even use Kansas City barbecue sauce because F them.
Yeah, F Kansas City.
And their families.
Their kicker's cool, but F Kansas City.
The kicker is not cool.
Yeah, he is.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
No. There's been rumors of benching him.
No, they're standing behind him. The whole family's standing behind him. The whole owner.
You're gonna get canceled.
Who?
You.
Why am I getting canceled? Because he said that
That's
some women
funny.
enjoy being mothers instead of working. I mean, I don't get why it's so offensive these days.
Because it's 2024. That's why.
Yeah, only
Traditional gender roles are considered offensive.
Oh boy. Did you hear that Tom Brady was actually like really pissy about what people were saying at the roast?
Yeah, so I saw some inside stuff, and like the first guy that came from the crowd, forget his name.
Yeah, the one that's like nice shoes.
Made
bitch.
fun of his shoe. Yeah, nice shoe bitch. Bet you got them from the divorce, and he was just like, "Hey, fuck you."
Yeah, he's like, "I'll shove them up your ass."
Yeah.
It was like he's like no one heard it. He's not mic'd up. He's like no one reacted to it. He's like, so do I address it or not?
Yeah, well, he was saying like it caught him off guard, so he had to like readjust to like keep going with his set.
Yeah, that's what he said. He's like, I kind of paused there for a second because I'm like, do I respond to this or do I just keep rolling with what I had?
From the accounts that I've heard, it sounds like Tom Brady was not prepared for what these people were actually going to do and say about him.
How do you?
So it's like you've seen the Office episode, like the roast of Michael Scott. It's like that.
I mean, how do you? Yeah, I'll do a roast. Seeing most of these people, what they've said about other people, and he's just like,
yeah, but they've had a roast of Peyton Manning before, and like the only thing they had was how dumb he is.
Yeah,
and
but because he didn't give him
and how big his head is.
Yeah, he didn't give him much ammunition, but fucking Tom
and
Brady
like not winning Super Bowls, but like that was it. Like there wasn't much of his personal life that they could hit on. And for Tom, it's just like you gave them so much fodder over the past 2 years.
Exactly.
Like, how are they not going to use that against you? And he was like offended by it. Or unless he thought he was being funny in his retorts, but
everybody was like,
he probably did. He thought he was like,
oh yeah, someone will shove him up his ass. That'd be funny.
Yeah, but he has no idea how to be funny because he's not funny. Like he never has been.
And then Giselle was butthurt about it. Said that her kids
it was like, oh, the
didn't
kids.
want to see. Like, you shouldn't let your kids watch it in the first place. That's on you. Like, why would you let your kids watch a special where their dad's just gonna be roasted for an hour?
Yeah, and they're also not old enough to be watching that stuff with that kind of language. To be honest, like,
yeah, exactly.
They're like, I don't know, like.
Well, the oldest got to be like a teenager these days, isn't it?
Right.
Well, it could be like Eminem, where he just like
from a previous marriage is like 18 now, and then the oldest from like Giselle, I think, is probably like 12, maybe 13.
I don't know. Are they? Well, I thought the one was older. The oldest, I thought he was like mid-teensy by now.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. No,
not mid-teens.
No, not the. So he had one kid with.
Yeah, I thought like his kids with
like
Giselle
prior
were
to
like.
Giselle.
Yeah, but I thought his oldest with
like,
Giselle was like mid-teens, like not 18, like.
I don't think so.
Like 14,
like
15.
Yeah. I think it's younger than that, but I could be wrong.
I don't know. Just from the one.
Either
picture,
way, not old enough to be
older.
watching that. Because you don't know, like, these are, like, if you have Jeffrey Ross involved in your roast, like, you should know ahead of time that, like, you shouldn't let your kids of any age watch that.
Fuck you, Tom. Fuck you, Tom. Even me know that's not real money.
Especially if you have Kevin Hart hosting it, right?
Yeah. You have Bert Kreischer and Tom Segura there.
Yeah, like Giselle should have looked at the lineup and been like, oh, maybe I shouldn't. But like, also,
yeah,
as a parent, like, on what planet are you just like, oh, hey guys, do you want to see people make fun of like your estranged father?
Oh, Dad's gonna be on TV. She probably did it on purpose. Like, oh, I didn't know what it was about. Okay, yeah, sure you didn't. Giselle, sure you didn't.
Yeah, she probably said, like, gather around, here's some popcorn, and then, like, just for the fact that she could, like, put out a post about that.
Yeah,
like,
she probably found that shit funny as hell too. She probably was like, ha,
because it wasn't anything about that. She's like, yeah, I was banging that guy. That's funny.
Yeah, he could beat his ass.
Yep.
Yeah, and their kid is like, Mom, that's not funny. Oh, this, why would they say that stuff in front of my kids?
Are you offended? Are you kids offended? Oh, well, then I'm offended.
You're not offended? Yeah, okay, let's watch them more.
All right, let me turn the volume up.
Mm-hmm. Did you hear what he said about? Did you hear what he said?
Let me rewind this last joke.
What did Jeffrey Ross say about Uncle Robert? The juice is loose. I can't wait for Beetlejuice 2.
Ooh, Kentucky Bourbon Barbecue.
I'm hooked on like the smoky.
It's a little on the sweeter side, though.
The smoky.
But it is smoky.
So the one I'm hooked on now is the Guy Fieri.
Yeah, I went down that road.
What is it?
There's one thing I'm passionate about, or two things I'm passionate about, is hot sauce and barbecue sauce. And
the
hot
juice
sauce
is loose.
Like, we have a local guy here.
Beetlejuice is about to come back. Oh, you mean OJ? Oh.
His stuff is the bomb because he does a variety. Like, he's got a variety pack. He's got his standard, like, Mill City Red, and that's like just a straight up hot sauce. And then he's got like a pumpkin one that's like pretty sweet.
I
he's
haven't
got
watched it yet. I just seen clips on it.
Curry one, which is pretty decent depending on where you put it for meals. And then he's got like a ghost pepper one. He's got like they're all great.
I can't remember what
barbecue.
Something smoky from Guy Fieri. His sauces.
I think my favorite barbecue sauce is the one I made myself.
Look at you.
Yep.
Overachiever.
Ooh, it doesn't take that many ingredients. It just takes a couple hours of your time.
I don't use it enough to make my own.
Worth it.
I just pick up a bottle, keep it in the fridge for one while for some chicken nuggets.
At the time, I was just like, we had a couple racks of ribs in the freezer. So it's like, okay, well, if we're going to be making up all these ribs, like I might as well. And you can freeze the barbecue sauce too. So I made it, and we did like 2 racks of ribs for the week, and then I froze the rest of it. And it was so good.
I'll see you next week, JT.
Making your own, like if you know what ingredients do what in barbecue sauce, like you can just customize it. So I took like a traditional, like a Texas barbecue sauce recipe, and I just added my own stuff to it. It's like a little less ketchup, a little more horseradish. A little heavier on like the spices.
I can't do horseradish if it's mixed in with something. But fair
Well,
enough,
yeah, I mean, if you have barbecue
up,
sauce,
no.
there's horseradish sauce in it.
Just straight up.
It's very rarely used alone. It's usually
up.
added into marinades and sauces. Or what's the other one? Worcestershire.
Worcestershire sauce?
Yeah. That one.
Worcestershire sauce.
Yep. That's another one where it's like on its own. You're like, no thanks.
Hey, I got some potholes to be filled, man.
Because like that's pretty salty.
Yeah.
So I'll do like a little bit less of that because I don't want any kind of like saltiness in the barbecue sauce. No.
No salty Worcestershire sauce.
Yeah, just half that. And the sad thing is like the majority of barbecue sauce is ketchup.
I can see that. Like I can eat barbecue sauce, but I can't eat ketchup straight up.
Yep. So my wife's the same way. She will not eat ketchup. She refuses to have any kind of ketchup ever. When we order our meals, she asks for a side of barbecue sauce.
The tractor on console? No, it's not.
But I've told her, I was like, you do know that, like, at 50% of barbecue sauce is ketchup. Like, when you do the recipe, it calls for, like, a full, like, 24-ounce thing of ketchup.
Carolina barbecue? Yeah, it's pretty good.
And then on top of that, like, tomato paste.
Yeah.
It's like...
I can't do ketchup straight up.
But knowing that, like, that doesn't... This is what I don't understand.
No, I'm not like my uncle.
So eat that, so you'll eat barbecue sauce knowing that there's, like, 50% of it is ketchup, but you won't do ketchup on its own.
No. I just don't like the taste of ketchup.
That makes no sense.
No, because you can't taste, you don't taste the ketchup when barbecue.
You can.
It's so mixed in with everything else, you can't really taste it.
If you created it yourself and you saw, like, how much of everything went into it, and then...
But I don't,
afterwards,
so I'm good.
Afterwards, you look at it, and you're like, or you taste it, and you're like, oh, yeah, there's the ketchup I put into it, and, like, there's the spices I put into it, yep.
I'll pass on all of it.
You people fascinate me.
Hey, at least I'm not like my uncle, alright? My uncle loved carrot cake. He absolutely loved it.
Until he found out there was cream cheese in there?
Until he found out there was carrots in it.
Okay, well, you might want to get tested for something.
This isn't even a joke. Because my dad used to...
Why did he think they called it carrot cake?
Yeah, exactly. So my dad used to work for my grandfather, my mom's father, and this is my uncle from my mom's brother. All right, so they used to all go out, like they travel, like because they put up the grain tanks and stuff. So they would travel up and down the East Coast putting up grain tanks. And he said they were, I think he said they were in Alabama, and they went to this diner, and my uncle was like, "Oh, that carrot cake looked good." They were there for 3 weeks. Every single day they went into this diner, he got the carrot cake. He's like, "The carrot cake's good." Like, he would always be like, "Can we go back to the diner today so I get a piece of carrot cake?" So on the last day they were there, he was talking to the waitress. He's like, "Yeah, we're leaving tomorrow." He's like, "I won't be back anymore." He's like, "I'm just wondering, what exactly is in this carrot cake?" And she said, "Well, start off with carrots." And he goes, "Wait, there's carrots in this carrot cake?" She goes, "Yeah." He goes, "I don't like carrots." And he refused to eat it. And still to this day, refuses to eat it because it's got carrots in it. My dad looked at him and goes, "What the fuck do you think they call it carrot cake for?" He goes, "I don't know. I just thought it was because it had like the little cake, the carrot on the slice of cake."
Right. Well, that's what I was joking with my wife. I was like, if I gave you something random and you liked it, and then I told you what the ingredients were in it, like, you would never eat it again. And she's like, "True."
Yeah, that's probably me. I don't know. I know that there's there's mayonnaise and aioli, but I'll still like dip my shit in garlic aioli. That's not gonna stop me. But like straight up mayonnaise, I've tried it. I just don't like it. Maybe it's just because I don't like that flavor. But you add a little bit more flavoring to it. Maybe that's why. I don't know.
Well, it adds flavoring, but it adds texture because it's like a base.
Yeah.
So then it's a base, and then you add more like pungent ingredients like garlic and stuff into it because it's kind of neutral.
Like I don't mind knowing it's in there. It's just I can't eat it.
Like my wife hates cream cheese for whatever reason, but there's a bunch of stuff that has like a cream cheese base to it, like frosting, for example.
Yeah.
So like I've gotten her like cupcakes. She's like, "What's in it?" And I was just like, "I don't know." She'll have it, and then she's like, "Oh, this is so good." Just like, yeah, those cream cheese based.
Yeah.
And then she's like, "Well, we're never going back there again."
What?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Because she knows that there's cream cheese. At that point, she knows that there's cream cheese in it, so she'll never have it again.
I'll eat cream cheese on my bagel, but I feel like I'd rather have strawberry cream cheese. Like if it's just regular cream cheese, it doesn't bother me. But yeah, cream cheese frosting, especially like red velvet cupcakes with the frosting.
Red velvet
in the middle. Oh my
red velvet
God.
cupcakes are gross to begin with.
What?
Yeah.
This guy.
But I like a
red
good
velvet cupcake.
I don't know. It just doesn't. I think probably because my time from like tasting, like of going through like wedding cake tastings, like the amount of red velvet that we got, I was just like, nah, I'm over this. I don't want this anymore in my life.
Brandon said, "You take that back."
I won't.
Red velvet cupcakes. The hardest, amazing.
Hardest thing we had to figure out was our wedding cake because of the reluctance to having cream cheese in the frosting, but it's a very common ingredient in frosting. So we had to go to like 10 different places. So every place gave you like because we were planning our wedding during the pandemic, so they would give you like to-go samples.
Yeah.
So we'd grab them to go and then
go back and try them out.
Like every single one had red velvet. Yeah, it was just
red velvet is amazing.
After that, yeah, but tastings, I've learned there's so many different varieties of red velvet.
See, I'm glad I didn't have to do the like, because we knew right away. Because my my stepmom, like, that's what she used to do. Like, she used to make cakes and everything. So, like, I have not had a cake that's better than hers. It's just amazing. She makes her own frosting and everything. So we were like, "What do you think about making a cake?" Because every time, like every party we had where she made the cake, everybody's like, "Oh my god, this cake's so amazing!" And we're like, "So how do you feel about making a wedding cake?" She's like, "I can do it." I'm like, all right, sold. So that was easy for us. We didn't have to do all the tasting. We already knew what cake we wanted and what everybody else wanted.
Yeah, so I mean, the cake that we had, I mean, people still talk about it to this day. Because, I mean, because we had to go through that many places to find something super specific, but got like a buttercream based one, and
that's what hers is. She makes the buttercream.
Yeah, that is legit. It's like the best. The frosting's just like a heavy.
Mm-hmm. Let me put it this way: for our oldest one's birthday, 1 year, my wife's ex-brother-in-law now, he had the lap band in there, so if you ate too much, you got sick.
Yep.
I watched him devour like 3 slices of cake, go to the bathroom, puke, come back and get another slice. It's like, Jesus Christ, dude. It's just so good, I can't stop eating it. I was like, oh. This is why you have the lap band to begin with, sir.
Right,
you can't control yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you want me to just like dump this the grapes off at the grape place? Just like throw them in the hopper.
Yeah, that works. Because at this point, like, I was still like, we were dating for maybe a year at this point, and like her family was still kind of getting used to me, and I was kind of still getting used to them. But
it's
Jimmy, I had known prior, so I was really hanging out with him, and then I was trying to like, you know, talk to the other family members and everything. I just kind of look over, and I nudged my wife. I was like, "Is Jimmy okay?" And she goes, "What do you mean?" I was like, "Look at him. He's like, he's got his head in his hands, and like the fork still in one. And he didn't look too good." So my wife's like, "Jimmy, are you okay?" He was like, "I think I'm gonna get sick." And she goes, "Oh no, is something wrong?" And he's like, "No, it's just so good. I can't stop eating it."
Yeah, the place we ended up getting married at is like this small B&B, and their specialty is their restaurant, where it's just like the best food. So we went for.
I don't like chocolate cake either, Brandon.
A tasting.
I like brownies, but I do not like chocolate cake.
But it was with like several other couples that were also looking to potentially get married there, and like I didn't hold back from any of it. I was like if something tasted good, I was like, "Oh, this is so effing delicious!" Like, oh my god. And like their filet mignon was just like out of this world. Like the best I've ever had in my life.
It's
and so we're like, yeah, we're going with that. And like my friends still say, they're like, you guys had the best wedding food out of all the weddings we've been to. Like, it was the best. Like, and the cake. And it's like, well, you know what?
I think like
the amount of money that was spent on it, like, huh.
You know what? I take that back.
That'd be the best food you ever had.
With the exception of our wedding, I think every other wedding I've ever been to in my life was all catered by the same place. Jimmy's Grill.
Yeah, I mean, if you're in the same area,
Like literally every single
I've had to-
wedding up and down the
I've had
state.
to travel a lot for my weddings, so you're never gonna get the same person twice. I think might need to start the wine production there, bud.
Is it not going?
It might be, but I can't. Conveyor belt's not moving.
Oh, it's not going.
Now it is. Now it is.
Here he comes. Yes, boss. Come to get the grapes, boss. Kind of looks like Tony Danza.
Because I can't dump this off.
Like Tony Danza in his later years.
With a shaved head. Yep.
Yeah.
Because I'm still 50% full. I'll keep going for now, but
I'll keep your eye on it. Oh.
pulled pork sliders, mac and cheese, and chicken chunks. Yeah, see, hindsight.
Chicken chunks.
I wish I had done that, something like that. Like, hindsight, I wish I didn't spend nearly the amount of money that I did on my wedding to make it like a big formal thing. I would have just done like a nice like private ceremony and like a party afterwards
Basically
with like casual food afterwards, but we had to do the whole thing, and it was a big deal. And, it's like, if I'm spending that kind of money, like it should be something that you get like a return on investment. No return, other than like a photo book that we have not looked at once since our wedding, and thumb drive that has all the pictures, and then the useless gifts that we've gotten.
Yeah, I wouldn't change my wedding at all. It was a small church, and we had pretty much the same. It was just kind of like a get together afterwards, and didn't have anything huge. Didn't break the bank.
Yep.
Everybody, I see everybody else like having these huge
Oh yeah.
huge shindigs, and I'm like, that,
It's
you know,
like,
it's
what-
just not me.
Yeah.
Pretty sure my wife wouldn't agree, but we had just had the youngest one was born like what 5 months before, so like and you know, there goes the wedding budget, diapers,
Right.
and formula.
Yep.
Oh, I just completely forgot to mow my front yard.
Oh man, if only I could do this in real life. Just sitting in the cab, listening to the Eagles and harvesting.
Hell yeah,
Can't really beat that. Yeah, can't beat that. I've figured out the alignment, so I'm not going to be like getting caught every 2 seconds. I can just sit in the cab and cruise.
That was it. My dad hit me with the, if you ever want to go to, meet your family from my mother's side, he goes, they do a family reunion down in Georgia every year. Like this, he's been talking to his cousin from down there in Georgia, and I was like, I heard you and Uncle Doug talking about it. I was like, hey, I wouldn't mind going 1 year. I said, but I'm not like. I was like, I was talking with the wife, and she said that we get like rent like a van or SUV, and we'll all head down together. And he was like, well, I gotta get on the portable air system first or whatever, because it takes him 3 tanks of air just to like go down to the Outer Banks, and 3 back. So that's 6 tanks there. Like not including tanks that you need while you're down there. Like, good lord. I was like, yeah, well, I'm not going without you. Am I not heading? Okay. I don't know any of those people. I'm not going to go down there without them.
Yeah. You need to have like a backup plan.
Yeah. Plus, I got this plan in mind that I was like, because I told my wife, I was like, what if we rent like a SUV, go down there for a few days. I said, and then we'll con my brother into going down with his family and pawn my dad and the stepmom off on them to bring them back up, and we just stop in Tennessee for a few days afterwards. That's just wrong. Like, what? We took them down. Like, we're making sure they get back. Why is that wrong?
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. Like,
why do you want to go to Salmon Scope so bad?
Like, you secure your transportation, and if you want to do something on the way back, I think I guess the polite thing would be to offer them to join.
Oh yeah, that's what it would be like.
Before leaving, knowing that they don't want to, but
yeah. Well, no, that's what we do. It's just like, hey, we're gonna stop in Tennessee for a couple days on the way back. Right. You guys want to go? Like, we'll pay for the room. You just pay for your food and everything.
Yeah, split the gas, something. All right, but we're gonna go here on the way back. So if you don't want to, then here's your
Junior over there is gonna be heading straight home. You can hop a ride with him.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So my oldest brother from my dad's first marriage is Junior, and he stopped using Junior, and my dad stopped using Senior as name. So you look up, they have the exact same name on Facebook, and so my dad's cousin who lives down there in Georgia is like super into the the family tree stuff.
Oh wow.
And so my brother just recently took the DNA test, and how they have the family matching stuff. So come up, the cousin thought it was my dad, so she's having this full blown conversation with him, and my brother keeps telling, it's like, look, I've never talked to you before. Like, I don't. You're talking like we've known each other for a while. And then he was telling my dad about it. He was like, "This crazy woman that's like supposed to be a cousin. She's just going on like we know each other." And my dad called his cousin. He's like, "So you having fun talking to my son?" And he had to explain it all. What makes it even more confusing? Okay, the same exact name my dad has. So that my dad and my brother are using it, both from Delaware. There's another father son again who doesn't use the junior senior in anything in either social media or anything. So the father and son both live in the same town as my dad. There's no relation, but they all come up the same name from Felton, Delaware. So it's so confusing.
Yeah. I could give you an even more confusing situation, but
I got it.
Once it gets to that point, it's like I don't even bother. I don't even bother trying to figure it out. Like, okay, whatever you say.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
I got
it's
even
like
more
if you say
confusing.
that you're my second cousin, then shit, I'll believe you. That's fine.
Oh, I know all of my mom's side of the family. I know every single cousin. I know every single uncle, every single aunt. My dad's side of the
Yeah,
family is
same.
a bit different. Let me put it this way: my dad's side of the family is so I don't know how to put it. That I didn't even know my grandfather from my dad's side was still alive until the day he passed away. We were coming home from what they call the Apple Scrapple Festival. It's like a kind of like a heritage day down south, and we were coming back up, and my mom was like, "Is that the ambulance at your dad's house?" And I was like, "Hold up, what?" And my dad's like, "I think it is." I was like, "Oh, wait, time out. You mean to tell me my grandfather lived there my whole life and I never knew that he's still alive?" So yeah, the day he died is the day I learned he was still alive. But
Except not no mo.
yeah, not no more. Not no more. Oh man,
Yeah.
his family is messed. And the fact that he tells me, like, he's told me all these like
Why am I not
shitty stories
harvest list?
about my grandmother, his mother, and the way she treated him and everything. The fact that he still had a relationship with her and not his dad makes me question what happened between them two that I haven't been told, because he never talks about them.
Yeah.
So for tomorrow,
And my situation is the
right
same.
now
except,
I won't
like,
be here tomorrow.
reversed. Like, I know, like, I have family reunions with my dad's side of the family every 2 years. I went to one family reunion when I was a kid, like maybe like 6 or 8, my mom's side, and like other than that, like I have no idea what like anything about them whatsoever. And she's like, "Oh, your Aunt Kathy died." I was like, "Who the hell's Aunt Kathy?"
Exactly.
Yeah. She's like, "Oh, they used to live across from your grandmother's house." I was like, "Oh, was that? So was that like your? It wasn't your sibling? So it's not my aunt, technically." And she's like, "Oh, it was my cousin." I was like, "Okay, well, okay."
I'm so,
Like,
aunt, uncle, cousin. To me, cousin is your aunt and uncle's kids, and from there, I don't give a shit how we're related. Like,
well, yeah. I mean, I get it to a certain extent because then you have like, so it would be like if it's my mom's cousin, then it would be my second cousin, I
yeah,
guess.
shit
Or
gets
like
too confusing. Like, what?
the third cousin. or something like that. And then her kids would be like my third cousin or fourth cousin. I don't know. And it's just like, okay, yeah, I get it. We're related. But it was just a series of that. And like, there were no more family reunions. So there's no way to like keep track or touch base. So like, I have a bunch of relatives living in the area, like the North Shore part of Massachusetts, that like I have no idea about. And because they all have different last names.
That's rude, Brandon.
So
Yeah,
my mom's maiden name was something, but it was apparently like mostly women in that generation, so they all married and changed their names. And then have families of their own. So there's like 5 different last names that I've heard from my mom that are like allegedly related to me. And they're like, "Oh yeah, your uncle Mark is a lawyer." I'm like, "Okay, well what's his last name?" And she spits off some random last name. I'm like, "Well, how the F am I supposed to know he's related to me?"
Exactly. That's what
But it's like, it's very easy. And it's funny because, you know, my mom's from the Northeast, like from Massachusetts, and my dad's from the Midwest. And it's just funny because, like, regardless, everybody's just my last name. No matter what situation. It's just like keeping it simple. And it's like, you know, I appreciate the Midwest sometimes. They don't try to get complicated with things.
that's what my dad doesn't know much. He knows, of course, his it's mainly his brothers and his sisters that live up here because he grew up down in Georgia and they came up here, and like most of his mother's side of the family is down in Georgia, where he doesn't know much about his dad's side of the family. So like when I was in gym, one of the gym teachers, she was like, "Are you related to the Westchester last name?" And I was like, "I have no clue." Like, and I asked my dad. He was like, "I don't know if I have any family in Pennsylvania." He's like, "What?" Well, I was like, she was going on about how, you know, I kind of look like one of the kids that lived next door to her growing up, and yada yada yada. He's like, "I would have no clue whatsoever." He goes, "I know my mom's side of the family. That's about it." I was like, "Wow. Well, you let that one rub off on." Well, of course, he probably couldn't really teach me much about his side of the family if he didn't know much about his side of the family.
Right.
But my aunt, his sister, kept going on about how we have Cherokee blood in us. Okay, so I took
Oh yeah, I heard the same shit.
Yeah, I took a DNA test. I got no Native American blood in me whatsoever. So I was like, I told my dad, it's like, it could be because this was a test that my wife got to review, and it's mainly like a British company, so they really specialize in most. All my results came back like I'm mainly Scottish, British, and with a little bit of German. So I was like, it could just be that test. They don't test for like Native American or what have you. So my brother just recently took his test, and he was like, "Hey, what'd you say your results were again?" So I copied him, shared it to him. He's like, and he showed me his, and he was like, "So much for having Native American blood in us." He's like, "Cause you know, I went through it," and he's married to an African American woman, and he was like, "I read these results, and I just looked at my wife and was like, you married a white dude." Like his is all Irish, Scottish, British." And he's like, "You married a white dude." He's like, "I don't get it," because Aunt was going on about how we have, like, I think it was their grandmother was full-blooded Cherokee. And
Yeah,
my
I
dad was
heard
like,
that like my great
"There's
great
no
great
way."
grandmother was a Cherokee Indian, and like I don't know. I think maybe that's like a joke from like previous generations that they try to put on people of our
Mm-hmm.
age. It's just like
She's pretty convinced that we're at least like the. My dad was like, I think she said the his siblings are all supposed to be like 25% Cherokee or whatever, but I got none in me. My brother has none in him, so I I don't think that one's the truth.
well, I met some guy, went to like a golf simulator place, and I had to make a
Prim and
reservation,
proper. I
and
mean,
the person at the
happens.
booth was just like, "Oh, we have the same last name," and I was like, "Oh, sweet! It's a pretty rare last name. Like, always nice to encounter another." And then he's just like, "Well, where are you? Like, where are you from, originally? Like, the family name?" And I was like, "Dude, I
Have
have
fun,
no idea."
Brandon.
It's like I'm mixed between Irish and German, like 50-50, and I don't know where that 50% comes from on either side. So, like, like my last name could be like German because it is a German word, but it also historically comes from Irish heritage. And he's just like, "Yeah, I'm kind of the same way, although I'm pretty sure my family came over from Ireland." And I was like, "Well, interesting." But
Yeah, I always thought mine was
I don't
Irish
really know.
too,
I don't
but
really know. I
it's
always thought mine
Scottish.
was 100% German. And then when he was saying, like, his family came over from Ireland, I was like, well, you hear a common version of my name, just like my last name, like slightly altered, which is like very common in the Irish community. So I could also understand it being from there, but like, I don't know, like, who the OG immigrant is. Wish I did.
I thought we were more Irish than Scottish, but because I have quite a
Yeah.
few family members that have like the reddish brown hair, and yeah, no, it's more Scottish. Because even my dad, he's got dark brown hair, but his beard is got like the slight hint of orangey brownish. And for the longest time, I was convinced that we had some relation to the country singer of the famous duo with my last name, because he
Yep.
looks exactly like my dad when he was younger.
Hmm.
Like the two of them stand side by side in like their 30s, you would think that they were brothers. Like, because I was blown away. I was like, when I first saw the
Interesting.
picture of what this guy looked like, I was like, wait a minute. And I looked at Dad. My dad's got just slightly darker hair than him. And I was like, hold on. And I found pictures of my dad when he was like roughly the same age. I was like, whoa, okay. You sure we're not related to this guy?
So, do you want to hear my conspiracy theory?
Oh, good lord. Yeah, well, this should be interesting. Go for it.
I think that the whole like 23andMe and all that stuff, they don't actually tell you, like, because they don't actually know to a certain extent. Like, they can give you like rough guesses, but they don't actually know that they're contracted by the government for DNA to solve crimes.
Oh, it's 100% is. They solved that one case by it, and then
They've solved many cases.
yeah. Well, no, I'm talking about there was one case in particular that they solved with it, and then John Benet Ramsey's dad was like, I'm petitioning them to use the same database for finding the killer of my daughter. Yeah. So I was like, oh, well, yeah. 100%. I knew that going into it, but I don't commit any crimes, so.
Because that's like how they catch serial killers and stuff, because they can be like, oh, well, the DNA that we have on file doesn't match anyone in our criminal database, but if we go to like the 23andMe archive, we can see that there's like
I broke it.
75% match, which means it's in like this lineal family, which means that it's got to be someone like a third relative or like 3 degrees out relative from this specific person who took that test.
Yeah, because the one they found out, like, it was his sister that took the test or whatever. That's how they found him. I think that's what it was.
Yep. So that's how they're solving crimes now, is they can... If someone has taken one of those tests, they can basically limit the suspect pool down to someone that is directly related to anyone who's taken one of those tests. And it's like a couple of years ago, my uncle took that test and then like shared it with the family, and I was just like, no, what are you doing? Not like I'm gonna commit a crime, but hypothetically.
Yeah. What if I leave some hair at the crime scene, you asshole? Did you ever think about me?
Yeah, well, yeah. What if I was gonna, commit a crime or something like that? You didn't really think about that.
That's why
Your selfish ass just went and did that to let the family know, but negatively impacts me.
I think it was my dad that was like, he goes, I don't, they're going to use that to, to catch you for crimes. Like that, I'm not out here committing crimes. Like, I got nothing to worry about on that front. Like, did you do something in your past that you don't want me to know about? And like now you're scared that they're going to connect you to me? What? Man.
Me either, but I pride myself in like not having any kind of like DNA or fingerprint in the system.
But my stepmom straight up refuses to do it because
like
I didn't learn until she shared that part that she was adopted, and she's like, if they, she goes, I know I have a brother out there somewhere. She said, but if like I was given away, I kind of don't really want to know my biological parents.
Right. It could like, also, it could screw that over too.
Mm-hmm. She's like, she goes, mom and dad raised me. That's my mom and dad. That's all I need to know. Yeah, and for someone who's not into the hereditary, like what's it called? When you're into the family trees and all that, I can understand. Me, I find that stuff interesting, so I kind of wanted to know a little bit more since I don't know anything about Dad's side.
Like, I don't use the thumbprint on the iPhone or the face recognition stuff. Nope.
Well, they don't have an eye or fingerprint anymore these days. It's all facial recognition these days.
Right. Yeah, well, I mean, I was against it when it was the fingerprint because I was like, that's how they're going to get you.
Oh, my good Lord.
It is. Because they can get a warrant from Apple to request, like, the fingerprint ID.
To quote Jim Carrey, don't break the law, asshole!
Yeah. And again, it's not because I have any intentions of doing anything awful. It's just like I don't know what they have planned in the future and like what they can do. And plus with all the hacking and stuff that's going on right now, like what if someone hacks your thumbprint?
Well, they're gonna have a lackluster.
That's a huge problem.
I mean, it's not like they can get into anything. Like, I don't have any security clearances or whatever.
No, but if they get this social on top of that, like, they can get into anything. I feel like for any, like, that 2ID authentication or whatever it is, like, they're already asking a lot of information from you. And any information that you give them is subject to being stolen. So, my opinion is just like the less information you give anybody, the better.
Yeah.
And if I'm more prone to being hacked, so be it. But the information that is subject to being hacked will be less. That's just your tinfoil hat friend over here.
That's how they get you, man.
That's how they get you. Yeah. I literally said that to my wife when the thumbprint thing came out. I was like, that's how they get you.
Nah, man, I see this in a movie, man.
Listen,
That's
I'll
how they
never
get you.
like. I have no intentions of committing a serious crime. However,
if I did, I don't want it to be traced back to me.
If things got
Through
desperate enough and I was forced to do that, yeah, they could technically subpoena Apple to provide the thumbprint from my Apple ID. Or they could do the face recognition and subpoena that. So they can get copies of both things and then figure out who I am. Like, no. Nope. I don't think the government should have access to that.
Yeah, but wouldn't they already have to
information.
know who you were to subpoena that information from iPhone? From Apple?
Well, yeah. I mean, but in terms of like evidence gathering. So, like, following this Karen Reed trial, like, a lot of the stuff has to do with the phone records. And it's like, oof.
Well, they've always used phone records ever since, like, cell phones were a thing. Like, pinging, where your phone pinged at and all this other stuff. That's been used for years upon years now. That's nothing new.
All right, good point. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know. There's something about it. It's just like, I don't think the government needs that information from me.
Your FBI agent's already listening into this whole conversation. Like, he's got you already.
Oh, he doesn't have me on anything right now. Depending on what crime I may or may not commit, like, this may be evidence. Doubt it, though.
All right, PJ's FBI agent, what'd you learn today? Well, sir, we learned that if we want a stool sample, we're going to have to go to this home bowl.
Yep, can't get that in public, so we're going to need a warrant for that. See? Another added bonus of just using your home bowl.
Home bowl, home bowl. Poop before my anus bleeds.
I was like 2 seconds away from using that as my ringtone.
I had never heard it until you brought it up because I stopped watching Family Guy in like season 8, and I need to go back and catch up on all of it. But
Good stuff.
You told me about it, and then I had like a bunch of TikToks pop up with it. I was like, okay,
because that's how TikTok works. Because
it
also
listens.
the Chinese listening to you too.
Well, I didn't even look it up on TikTok. I looked it up on YouTube, and TikTok was like.
You do realize that if you're using Wi-Fi on your phone, that it all interconnects.
Oh.
And all the companies have the ability to access your search history via your Wi-Fi and then direct ads or videos to you based on what you've searched. Like, you do know that, right?
Of privacy. Yeah.
It's not. It's not.
Yeah,
it's in the terms and agreements of your Wi-Fi provider.
I'm just saying, it's an invasion of privacy.
It 100% is, but you don't have a choice if you want to have the internet. Like, they're entitled to sell off any information to third parties. So that's why, like, randomly I just get, like, if I like throw on TikTok, I'm just like slammed with Taylor Swift videos. And it's like, yeah, well, I know 100% why. It's because we share the same Wi-Fi. So if I'm looking up something at like Dick's Sporting Goods,
there's local Dick's in
like
your area.
Yeah. No, my wife will get like a Instagram ad for Dick's Sporting Goods, our phone. Happens every time. So if you were not privy to that, my friend, I think you may start to understand why I'm saying I don't want to reveal any of that information to anybody, because that's all I have left.
Dicks. That's all he's got left.
Do you even know that even like the Chrome incognito, while it was supposed to be incognito, they've been tracking everything.
Yeah.
So there's a class action lawsuit against that to the tune of several $1 billion, which they're going to owe on.
Poop before my anus bleeds. Yeah, it doesn't matter what if you use incognito or whatever. Like they still collect that information.
Well, incognito, they advertised that it wasn't going to collect information.
Clearly it does, because if you visit something in incognito mode on your router, you can still see it.
No, but they themselves, like your router is one thing, but like the browser that you're using, they claim that they weren't collecting that information, but they actually were. So they've got a bunch of probably really nasty shit of people's search histories that they thought was incognito. That
there's so much porn.
I mean, that's 100% what it is, and like also crime. So it's crime and porn.
So much porn.
Because you know someone was dumb enough to just be like, oh, like how do I kill someone? and get away with it.
Well, that's how they got. Well, they didn't get her, but that's one of the pieces of evidence for the Casey Anthony trial that she was like searching.
It's on her. That's on her phone.
It was on her.
That's on her friend's. That's on her friend's phone.
No, it was on her home computer.
Nope. No.
Yeah, the home.
I'm a lot closer to this trial than you are, my friend. I'm telling you, it was her friend that testified last week that had Googled all that stuff because they went over the timeline.
Week? No, I'm talking about when the whole Casey Anthony trial was going on.
Oh, Casey Anthony, sorry.
Yeah, no, it was...
I'm talking about Karen Reed.
Different. Oh, no, Casey Anthony, because they searched something about chloroform on the family computer. Her mom was trying to say she was trying to find stuff about chlorophyll or something like that, and that come up. But her mom was supposed to be checked in, like her mom was clocked in at work when the search took taking place. So they're like, oh well, Casey Anthony was only one home that time because her mother and father were both clocked in at work, so it had to be her.
So, well, if you find that interesting, I definitely follow along with this trial that I'm following, because a lot of it has to do with like Google search times and stuff, and it's gotten a lot more accurate since the Casey Anthony trial, in that they can tell what. So say if you like misspelled a word in the Google search, they have records of what you, because it's just like, did you mean this? And you're like, yeah. They have the actual records of what you spelled the first time
versus what
they like, what Google recommends. So they can see how many times whoever searched it. So basically, it was just like, how long does it take for someone to like die in the cold? But they misspelled it like 3 times. Eventually got there, but they have a history of all of the searches and the incorrect spellings of that search. Which, that's insane.
And nothing you do is private anymore.
Nope. And apparently, even if you're doing that in Google even if you're doing that with incognito, apparently it's still on the record.
Nope, your FBI's
and they have the record of, and they can look up stuff on like the dark web. So all you can do is like be very smart at crime and then very smart at tech, so that you can like change your IP address, like deflect it to make it look like it was coming from some different IP address. Like, that's the only way you can get away with a crime now. You gotta be smart in tech. And like cybersecurity. Rest assured, 5 years from now, you're gonna have like the cybersecurity killer, like some new serial killer.
Is he gonna kill you through your computer? Send electric shock through your keyboard that kills you?
No, you can do all your research. Because even if you go to a public library, like, they have surveillance cameras. So they can look up what was searched at a specific time and then look at the people that were in the library at that point in time. Like, every place you walk into has security cameras.
Yep.
So, that, I mean, like, it's good for everybody. I'm just saying, as a criminal. Like, it takes more attention to detail that's needed.
Let's face it, 99%
you have to
of people
assume...
committing crimes are dumb as shit. So
True. Yeah. I mean, they get caught. You know, like overall, like the murder solve rate in the U.S. is something like it's like 73%. Like, it's really not that high. Another season done, my friend.
woohoo!
Congrats on your grapes.
My grapes are your grapes, sir.
Our grapes. Our grapes.
Mine is yours. Hey, I got another confusing one for you that I discovered tonight. So, when... Is that all you got?
Yeah.
Oh. Not enough for
That's
trip?
it. I'm gonna wash this bad boy down and
So,
get her out of here. So you got 2, 3, or no, you got 4 full loads.
when we moved into this unit, our doorknob lock stopped working. So I still had my keys to the old unit. So I told the maintenance man, I was like, if you have to, just pop the doorknob off that one and put it on this one. I was like, easy peasy. I still have the key. And I was using 2 keys over there because they had to replace the doorknob over there. So I was like, I'll just, 2 keys, that works. So my original key that he gave me for the deadbolt and the original doorknob work together. My original key to the deadbolt does not work with the new doorknob. The doorknob key does not work with the deadbolt. Okay? I got copies made today. Got 3 sets of these keys because we only had deadbolts because I wouldn't lock the doorknob. I would just lock the deadbolt for the kid because it was easier for her just to use the one key. So I got 3 sets made of all keys. So my wife had a set. The youngest one had a set, and then there was a spare set. Okay. Come home, start testing them.
Oh shit! Sorry. Oh my god.
Ow!
I didn't see you. Sorry, I was looking behind me.
The copied keys of my deadbolt key unlock both the door handle and
the
deadbolt, but yet the original key doesn't. Huh?
That means they changed the deadbolt already.
No.
Yep.
My deadbolt key doesn't. My original deadbolt key doesn't unlock the knob. My original deadbolt key only unlocks the deadbolt. My original doorknob key only unlocks the doorknob. But the copies unlock both. Because I tried it today. I was confused as shit. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, they must have done something.
No, they haven't. We have cameras. Anytime they approach this unit, we see it. And we don't even have a maintenance guy right now.
Or it could have been like the one in, I forget what the locks, like the actual locks are. I think it's like 1 in 330 million odds.
Oh, I forgot to dump this. Why am I taking this way?
Like catching the same
it's the same combination.
Unlocker. Yeah. There is it's like winning the lottery, essentially.
Yeah, but wouldn't my deadbolt key should do it, but it doesn't.
No, I know. Yeah, but
just
every
the
single
copy
key
does.
Yeah, and the copy does both.
Yeah, but the original doesn't. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Confusing as shit. But We won't have to worry about it much longer because we got note in the door
Saying you can
Wednesday
move back.
in July. In July, they're supposed to be finished at the end of June, and in
Heck
July
yeah.
they're going to be moving us back in. According to
Oh, that's exciting.
it doesn't look like they're anywhere near being done. They haven't put like they've just
Where
started.
are you going, bro?
What? I was taking this back to my farm for some reason. And I don't know why, because I didn't dump the trailer. So I'm lost on what happened there. But yeah, so it doesn't look like they're anywhere close to being done because they still haven't installed back doors. They haven't. They just started the brickwork, and they put some siding on. So they're unless they bust ass at this next month.
Stuff. That's easy stuff.
I don't know. Unless they bust asses last month, I don't foresee it happening. But what's even more confusing is I think they turn the original row that we were in. Here's your tractor back. The original row we were in had on each end had 2 1-bedrooms that were on top of each other. Okay, so you had on each end 1-bedrooms, and then 6 units in the middle were all 2-bedrooms. They converted the middle 2 into 1-bedrooms. So how does that fucking work? Moving people back in, that's going to be confusing shit. Luckily, it wasn't one of ours. So.
I don't know. Unless they made the bedrooms smaller.
I hope not. Our bedrooms are small as shit. Oh, you mean... but still, because then you have to run, like... Because you have to do the whole kitchen and everything. That's going to be... the other night, I went out and took the trash out, and I looked over, and they left the front doors open on the units that they've worked on. I was so tempted to walk over there and walk in and look around. But I don't know if they have like a night watchman there or not, because they have the work trailer there, the job site trailer, and there's lights on at night. So I don't know if they have someone that sits there overnight, make sure nobody steals anything or what.
Well, I mean, like, have you also considered the fact that, like, maybe they're intentionally making them smaller to push you out?
Hmm. It can't, like, if they make it smaller, like, we're gonna have all new appliances. An oven that actually works. I haven't had an oven that works properly since we moved out here. You know, all new air conditioning. It's gonna be green too. I don't know how I feel about that, because it probably means like you only run so long and then it shuts off to conserve energy or some shit. We're actually gonna have. Well, we had it at the old one because the maintenance man installed a whole brand new exhaust fan system up there. But we're actually gonna have an exhaust fan that works and sucks the hot ass air out so you can breathe when you get out of the shower.
Yeah, ours just spits it right back out into our face. Because we have the microwave that's over the stove, and it's got the built-in fan thing. And they never vented it out, so it comes right out into our face.
Useful.
It's like, nice, thanks. Oh, I gotta wait. I guess we can sleep again if you want.
Let's get that wine thing clear first before we do that.
All right. Oh, the thing stop.
What?
No, it's still moving. The what the hell is it called? Like that tread thing, conveyor belt.
Oh yeah, because it fills up the things that are on the pallets.
Well, you can be waiting for a while.
That's just the animation. That has nothing to do with the actual production. They look cool. They move a lot faster than what it looks like they're moving.
No, I'm looking at the numbers here. There's still 96% left. So they're gonna be working forever. So you might want to sleep.
Problem is, if we sleep, then it's gonna overflow. So I make sure the area is clear before we sleep.
Oh damn! That's gonna be a while.
We'll just get a bunch of notifications. The area is full. The area is full. There's no room for new pallets. No room for new pallets.
We're gonna need some pallets. We're gonna need pallets and water.
I got a water trailer at my place. The pallets, yeah, I think I have to buy. I was way off on that one. Way off. Holy crap.
Oh, why don't you have the E forklift?
E forklift?
Yeah, the electric one.
Oh, this isn't mine, this is Tony's.
No.
I think I got the same one, just different color. Because screw the electric one. All about diesel fuel here, feller.
Yeah, buddy.
Hell yeah,
take a leak,
roll
pair it back.
coal. The hell was that? Look at that. I'm not that bad of a stacker. If I do say so myself. Is this gonna take it from me again when I get too close? because that works. Less stacking I have to do. Alright, now we've got that cleared, he's going pee-pee. So we can't fast forward time. I guess I can run, grab the water trailer. Still says no water. But our productivity's up, so I guess we don't have to worry about water. Oh, well.
Alright, I'm back.
Sleepy sleep time.
Hmm?
I said, oh, you're back. Sleepy sleep time.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I went downstairs to go to the bathroom, and then I just had like a massive sneezing attack. And like I didn't take my allergy meds today. So I was like, of course.
Nice. Oh, looks like it's time to trim your bushes.
Oh, my bush trimmers are. What are you doing over here? Trying to trim some bushes? Okay.
Let's see if you had a spare one, but you only got one.
This is my mower here. I only have one.
Where are you at? Oh.
I'm
No,
right here.
The bush trimmer there.
This thing.
No, the vine for the vines.
Oh, it's already
That
out by
thing.
the. I was waiting for it to. It's already out there.
It's brown in the thing, so I think it means it's ready to go.
Yeah. This one sucks. I hate doing this one. This is what. Yep. It's just gonna tip me over every time. I've only got one of them. Or no, I got two of them.
Oh yeah, if you got one out there, then there's another one here.
Yeah.
Pick a tractor, any tractor. Have a
Yeah, I'm
wide
using
variety of red ones here.
I'm using the Farmall 706. But just be prepared for a lot of frustration. So annoying. It's so annoying. This is my least favorite part. This is when you need to turn the pick up heavy objects. Turn that on. There. If you could turn that on, that'd be great.
There you go.
Thanks. Gets caught up for no reason. I hate this.
I'm not having too many problems with this thing I'm using here.
We're using the exact same tractor.
Did you suck the back wheels in?
Oh, no. My back wheels are out. That's why.
I just sucked the back wheels in and I've been cruising.
I also like to ride first person whenever possible, and it's like impossible.
Unless you do it backwards.
I could. Actually, I did that before. Did you lower the pre-runner?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, shit. Actually works when it's lifted.
Yeah, well, it wasn't fitting over the thing for me. What the hell? Why can't I get it to go around this?
Yep.
I gotta watch that new. I don't know if it's a series or movie, but it's got Shane. What's his name? Shane Gillis or whatever in it.
Oh, Tires?
Yeah.
Dude, it's so funny.
I gotta watch.
I whipped through the whole thing. It's only 6 episodes, and each one's like 23 minutes long or something like that.
Jeez.
It is hilarious.
I just saw a clip where he was like, he said something about being sent to Epstein Island. He's like, I'm pretty sure they're gonna be more upset that you showed up.
Yeah. I was watching that, like, when I was just doing that casual ride on the Peloton, so I wasn't like doing real ride. I was just kind of like pedaling along, watching it, and I had to stop because I was laughing so hard. Because I was already out of breath. Like, that is something. Like, I don't think they can make like a. I don't think they can make a long series out of it, but for what it is, oh my god, has to be one of the funniest things I've seen on Netflix in a while.
Man. Oh man, the high school right there next to the state park had their graduation tonight, and the amount of people going to this graduation, Jesus Christ. They had the entire parking lot of the high school filled, and then across the street is an elementary school. They had the entire parking lot of it filled up. The entire field next to the elementary school was filled, and plus the front field in front of the school, the front lawn was completely full of parking or parked cars. Like, Jesus Christ! I didn't know there was that many kids that went to that damn school. Of course, I came from a high school where it was like my graduating class was like 300 people. And that was small compared to schools around us.
Yep, 182. So. Jesus Christ. Oh, I hate this so much. I effing flip over every single time.
you know if you start to roll, you can always stop it and throw it in reverse, right?
No, it happened so fast.
Yeah, I had to go to the bank on Wednesday. Wednesday was a crazy ass day. So they had the exterminator come, and usually exterminator comes at like, like usually in the afternoon. But he showed up exactly at 9 o'clock. So the plan was, like we were hoping, like my wife had already gone to work, and by the time he showed up, and then I could just go and like do laundry or something while I waited out the 3 hours before I could come back into my unit. So he shows up exactly at 9 o'clock. My wife didn't have to be at work till 12. So we had to like grab everything, toss it in the car, and she had to get ready for work real quick. And off we went. And then, so we did that, and then I was like, I had to take her to work because I needed the car, because I had to help my dad out, because apparently they had like a mini hurricane. So I don't know. We didn't get a damn thing here. We got like rain, but not like heavy rain. They were saying the rain was so heavy up there, and he only lives like 5 minutes north of me, that you couldn't even see out the windows, and seriously looked like a mini hurricane, had whipped through their backyard because there was down limbs everywhere. So I went up there to help him, and what was? Oh, I had to go to, when I dropped my wife off at work. I went to the bank because my card expires this month, and I haven't usually get them like a month ahead of time. Haven't gotten it. Still have not gotten it. And today was the last day, and like Amazon stopped taking my card. Pretty much the only place that was taking my card at that point was Walmart. So like I went up there. I was like, "Am I going to get a new card or what?" And she's like, "Oh, it says it. They sent one out." I was like, "Well, I still haven't gotten it. So what can I do here?" And they're like, "Oh, well, we can do one of two options. We can print you a duplicate card that has the same number and everything, with the updated expiration date, or we could just put a block on the old one and print you a completely new card. That way, if something did happen to the one we sent out, like no one can use it." I was like, "Oh, okay, let's just do that then." She goes, "Oh, you know what? Let's start off by just printing you a duplicate card, and then if the other one doesn't show up in a couple weeks, how about you come back up here and we'll block it, and then we'll print you off a new card." I said, "Why can't you just do that now? I mean, there's 2 days until the end of the month. Just block it now and print me a new card." She's like, "We'll do the duplicate card first." Whatever, woman, whatever. Do whatever I have to do to get a freaking working card.
Flip out on this thing.
Now, yeah. My new card, the card that was supposed to come doesn't show up. I have to go back up there in a couple weeks and block my card and get a whole new one.
Is it like a local bank?
Yeah.
Come on, don't do this to me. I'm just not in the mood for this. Really not. I had a effing day, and I'm not in the mood to deal with this shit. Stupid effing thing. You know what? I'm tagging this thing out.
Oh man.
It won't even change over. Don't. I'm effing done with this. Nope.
The vines. I don't know why he just left. Therapist. You motherfucker!
Just like it wasn't working. You're sitting there driving normal, and then
What the hell did you do?
like had it figured out, and then all of a sudden it just would catch on something and flip me over. I'm not dealing with that. So we'll try again. I'm gonna get rid of that stupid tractor. I'm just gonna pull it with the John Deere.
I think you might, because you had it down, that might have been a problem. Because
You had it up?
yeah, I raised it and I haven't had really any issue.
Oh, okay. I got into like the 10th time that I need to like get out and fix the tractor. It's like, no. I don't see why they wouldn't have yet. Oh, that's way better. Well, then why the hell do we want you to lower it?
Mm-hmm. So I've raised, because I couldn't get it, when I turned around, I couldn't get it back over the vine. So I raised it, and that's how I've been going. Just trucking along here.
Yeah, I think cuts it. Raised up. The F. God. I raised my blood pressure for no reason.
They make medication for that. It's called fucking all.
Well, blood pressure overall. I'm talking about like specific situations. Like, come on. Like, I just want to drive first person. That's all.
I feel like with that, you'd be better, unless you do it backwards, you'd be more beneficial to get a tractor that has the front 3-point attacher and cruise with it on the front.
Well, you kind of get a feel for it after a while. I'm doing okay, I think. We'll find out. So I think I'm gonna return that Trans-Siberian Orchestra game.
The railway simulator.
Yeah. Yeah, 10 minutes into that, and I was like, nope, this isn't going to be any good.
I got through, I think Playway sent it to me to check out, so I didn't have to pay for it. That Crime Simulator prologue, though, when that fully comes out, I think that'd be a fun one to do multiplayer. Simulator.
Oh, Crime Simulator? All right,
yeah.
I'll watch that.
It's the prologue. It's free on Steam right now. You can do the prologue multiplayer, but it's only like a couple missions. So when that fully releases, I think it's going to be pretty entertaining.
All right.
I was just mowing down people in the car. Great stuff.
Yeah, I was thinking about the Trans game, and I was like, like. It's not a train simulator. It's not like a life simulator. They're trying to put together the two, and I don't think that's the one for me. So I'm just going to take that money, and I'm probably just going to do the ships at sea and give that a try.
Nice.
So I can let you know if it's good or not.
I'm still waiting for that Sims competitor thing to come out.
The what?
You haven't heard about this?
Mm-mm.
There's a game coming out that's supposed to be like The Sims, but like with more options. Or it's going to be multiplayer.
How could there be any more options? It's effing more DLCs than any other game I've ever seen in my life.
No, like freestyle building and stuff. Like you're not going to be limited to, certain things. And it's supposed to be like I said, it's going to be multiplayer right out of the box. Like it's not going to require a mod to play multiplayer. And the Sims in the neighborhood are supposed to be a little bit more like intelligent than what they are now.
Oh, you're gonna say like agreeable to sex.
There's a mod for that. I had a place. I was doing the Wicked Whims mod.
Oh yeah, I tried that out. Oh my god.
Yeah. So I had like my
we were
guy
talking about that, and I was like, oh, I gotta see what it's about. And I was just like, holy.
My guy,
like, just like you can just do like a 6-on-1 in the middle of the library. Like, my god.
So, my guy would play through with that on there. My guy, like, I would put out an ad for roommates and just have like female roommates, and then I would just sit there and flirt with them until they're like, oh yeah, let's do it. And then my guy ended up dying, and he spontaneously combusted on the toilet. So, piece of shit died like a piece of shit.
Yeah, but you can also just make it so that like you can just have casual sex, like you don't have to have any relationship with them.
Yeah,
they're just like, oh, you
could just meet them. They're like,
just like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, you can meet them, and they're just like, they find you attractive, and you're like, all right, bathroom sex it is.
One of the things that it's like, I did a house with like one guy and like 6 girls, and eventually, like, over the course of it, even though I turned like emotional and like relationship stuff off, like this dude just like bonded with this one girl, and I was like, all right, well, why don't you guys just get married then? Fine. And then their wedding was at like a bar in town, and it just like quickly escalated into just something where I was just like, I don't know how this happened. I wish I could erase this from my computer. Like I didn't ask for any of this to happen. A lot of it was just done on its own. But yeah, I cut ties with that. And I just figured, like, once I realized that, like, you could, like, mod the Wicked Whims with, like, other things, like third-party stuff, I was like, oh, no.
Yeah, it gets even crazier.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, no, we're done here. It's like my Sims is sitting there waiting for an update, and I'm like, no, not until I get rid of all that stuff. Get rid of the Wicked Whims. Apparently, the multiplayer's come a long way.
Is it Life by You? It's button from Paradox, the people who do the city simulator games. It's called, I guess it's called Life by You. I think this is it. It's from Paradox, the people who did the city simulator stuff. Yeah, I think this is it. Life by... Wait, no, it's single player. This isn't it. Maybe it's... Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you're still watching, it's after midnight, so I'm going to call the stream here. If you guys did like the stream, do me a huge favor, leave a like down below. It does help me out so very, very much, and I do appreciate it so very, very much. If you guys do want to see future Farming Sim live streams, be sure to click that subscribe button. If you guys be notified whenever I do live upload a video, click that notification bell. As always, guys, thank you so very, very much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!